Hey guys, today we're meeting someone you'd probably walk right past. It's a gray Tuesday in a city that's all noise, horns, footsteps, the whoosh of buses inhaling and exhaling passengers. You're rushing to make it to a meeting, your coffee's gone cold, and your to-do list looks like a CVS receipt. But then, right at the corner of 6th and Main, you see him. An old man sitting on a flattened cardboard box back against a graffiti-tagged wall, holding a sign that doesn't say help or homeless or God bless. Nope. His sign just says, I've got something for you. You slow down. Just a little. The man's wearing 3 coats in summer, 1 shoe with duct tape, and a wool hat with holes that scream retirement was never an option. But he's smiling. That smile, that unnerving, straight through your chest kind of smile, makes you stop. So before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Also, I'd love to know, where are you listening from? Drop your location and the time in the comments below. Now dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. He looks up at you. Hey, he says, you hungry? You almost laugh. Maybe you do. A little, you say, more out of politeness than truth. From under the brown paper bag beside him, he pulls out half a peanut butter sandwich. It's wrapped in what looks like last week's newspaper. He holds it out. Now, you're not going to take a sandwich from a stranger on the street. I mean, you're not that adventurous. But something about his gesture, how genuinely he offers it, makes you pause. No, I'm good, you reply. You sure? He says, waving it slightly, like it's gourmet. It's crunchy peanut butter, none of that smooth nonsense. That earns a smile from you. Really, I'm okay. He shrugs, your loss, and takes a massive bite. You stay there, for a beat longer than you planned. What's your name, you ask? He chews thoughtfully, swallows. Call me Lucky. Lucky, you raise an eyebrow. Yep, luckiest guy on this block. I get to see everything. Smiles, scowls, sky changes. I get to be here. You blink. He's dead serious. That's when he starts talking, not about politics or hardship. He tells you about birds, about how pigeons actually learn faces, how the woman at the bakery gives him stale croissants on Fridays, how people never look up anymore, and how he thinks that's why they miss all the good stuff. Life's not up there, you say, pointing vaguely towards skyscrapers. Nah, he replies, but it starts when you do. You check your watch. You're late now. Like definitely missing the meeting kind of late. But you also feel strangely lighter. Before leaving, you ask, can I get you anything? He shakes his head. Nah, kid, you already gave me something. What? He taps his chest. Your time, more valuable than any sandwich. As you walk away, you feel silly. You didn't do anything. You just stood there and listened. But the interaction sits with you. Through emails, missed calls, and a sad desk salad you barely touch, his words echo. That night, you post a blurry photo of Lucky online. Not to shame, just to share. Met a man who gave me half a sandwich and a better perspective, you write. His name's Lucky, and somehow he's the richest person I've met today. Your post explodes. Not in a millions of views way, but enough to make your phone heat up like it's preparing for launch. Comments pour in, some kind, some skeptical. One reads, I know that guy. He gave my kid a balloon once when she dropped her ice cream. Said one joy deserves another. Another says, he once asked me if I'd hugged anyone that day. Then hugged me without asking. 10-10 would hug again. Some authors still debate whether kindness spreads faster online or in real life. In Lucky's case, it seems to be doing both. You go back the next day, same time, same corner. He's gone, so you wait. 20 minutes, 30. The pigeons are there. The graffiti's still rude. But the man with the peanut butter wisdom is nowhere in sight. You ask a woman selling fruit nearby if she's seen him. She nods. That old man? Yeah, he moves around, never stays too long. Why? She shrugs, says giving is only good when it doesn't expect applause. The irony? The internet has basically given him a standing ovation. A week passes, then 2. Your life continues. Rent, ramen, rejection emails. But you start giving more. Not money, necessarily, but time, compliments, eye contact. You even help an elderly guy carry groceries up the subway stairs. You're not changing the world. But something inside you is shifting. And it started with half a sandwich you didn't even eat. You keep thinking, why did he want to give? What did he get out of that? The answer doesn't come immediately. But the question, it stays. It grows. And when you need it most, when your world starts crumbling, when the job's gone and your account balance is a cruel joke, you'll think of Lucky again. And this time, you'll go looking for him. You look in all the usual places. The corner of 6th and Main, nothing. The overpass near the old train station, the park bench by the duck pond that smells faintly like hot dogs and pond water, nothing. No Lucky. You ask around. A street musician named Theo remembers him. Yeah, the guy with the cardboard poetry and terrible singing voice, he chuckles. He used to hum Sinatra off-key. Haven't seen him in weeks, though. You press, do you know where he goes? Theo shrugs. He used to say, where I'm needed, I appear. Honestly, thought he was a magician or something. You half expect to find a trail of sandwich crusts and riddles. By now, your life's taken a sharp left turn. Layoffs hit your company like a bad reality show twist. First, it was Mike from marketing, then Jasmine from legal, and then, yep, you. They gave you a thin folder with the words transition package and a handshake so limp it felt like holding a jellyfish. At first, you joke about it. Finally, some time to follow my dreams, you text a friend. But by day 4, your dreams look suspiciously like daytime TV marathons and unopened emails. Your fridge is now 70% condiments and 30% expired yogurt. Motivation is a language you forgot how to speak. So one afternoon, with nothing but a backpack, a half-charged phone, and a sense of mild desperation, you go back to searching. Maybe Lucky wasn't magic, but he was something, and you need that something now. You check shelters, soup kitchens. The kind woman at the church gives you a cup of tea and a pat on the back. He used to sweep the steps for free, she says. Said service was his rent. You raise an eyebrow. Did he live here? No, but his presence lingered. A few days later, a barista at a 24-hour diner recognizes your description. He came in sometimes, she says. Ordered hot water and squeezed ketchup packets into it. Said it was tomato soup. Left a poem on a napkin once. Want to see it? You nod like a kid promised treasure. She hands it over. It reads, don't own a home, but built one in your head. Don't carry much, just light when hearts feel dead. You nearly cry into your discount coffee. Authors still debate whether moments like this are just projection, whether we find meaning in randomness because our brains need it. But you don't care. This napkin is your lifeline. One night, scrolling aimlessly through your feed because you promised you were done with social media, but here we are, you see something. A photo, blurry, but familiar. It's Lucky. He's standing near a makeshift tent, handing out peanut butter sandwiches to a line of teens wearing oversized hoodies and underfed stares. The caption reads, this man just gave me the best advice I've ever heard. Stop chasing, start giving. The post has gone wild. Not just viral, like intercontinental viral. There's fan art. Someone made a watercolor painting titled Saint of the Sidewalk. Another user stitched together video clips from people in different cities all claiming to have met him. One girl from Toronto says he helped her calm a panic attack with a paper fan and a rap about breathing. A man in New Orleans says he caught Lucky patching a bicycle tire for a kid. There's even an account called Where's Lucky Today? A full-blown tracking map based on sightings. You message the poster. Where was this taken? They reply within minutes. Cincinnati, last week. That's 600 miles away. So you do something that feels both ridiculous and urgent. You buy a bus ticket. It's a 17-hour trip with Wi-Fi that only works when the bus is stationary and snacks that defy FDA definitions. You sit between a teenager vaping through his hoodie and a grandma knitting aggressively. But your heart's lit up like it remembers something your brain forgot. You arrive to gray skies and colder air. Cincinnati feels bigger than you thought. You head to the address the poster mentioned, an old basketball court now repurposed as a community space. It smells like fresh asphalt and hope. And there he is. Not on a throne, not under spotlights. Just folding blankets next to a cooler full of, you guessed it, peanut butter sandwiches. You approach slowly like he might disappear if you blink too hard. He sees you, grins. Took you long enough, he says, wiping his hands on a towel. I looked everywhere. He laughs. You didn't have to. I told you, giving's not about being found. You help him hand out food. At one point, a kid tugs on your sleeve. You the new Lucky? She asks. You shake your head. Just someone trying to catch up. Later that evening, the two of you sit on the curb, feet in the gutter like old friends skipping school. You ask him why he does it, why he gives so much when he has so little. He takes a long breath. Because I chased things once, money, power, recognition, ended up losing the one thing I never valued, connection. You pause. You were someone before this? Oh, I'm still someone, he smirks, just not on paper. You lean back, watching the sky fade into soft navy. You feel something like peace. The next morning, you wake up early, intending to meet him for coffee, your treat this time. But his sleeping bag is neatly folded. His cooler's gone. Only a napkin remains. It reads, "You've got what I gave, pass it on, and never look back." You stare at the napkin for a long time. It's not a goodbye exactly. It's more like a gentle nudge. Like he knew this moment would come, and he didn't want to interrupt your next step by being in it. So you stay in Cincinnati for a while. Just a couple weeks, you tell yourself. Long enough to volunteer at the court, maybe find out more about Lucky. You sleep on a friend of a friend's couch, the kind with springs that announce your every toss and turn like a squeaky drumline. You sweep the court, prep sandwich bags, and hand out juice boxes to kids who ask too many questions in the best way possible. You tell stories, not yours, Lucky's. How he gave away socks in the snow, once danced in the rain with a dog, and got banned from a 7-Eleven for trying to pay with poems. The kids love it. They start calling their snack line Lucky's Cafe. And then one evening, a woman walks in with an envelope. No name, no return address. Just a drawing on the front. One single peanut butter sandwich. Inside, a letter. To whoever keeps the light going, you don't know me, but I knew Lucky. He saved my son from himself one night. Talked to him under a bridge until sunrise. No judgment, just listening. That boy's in school now. I've never known a man to give more and expect less. He never stayed long because he believed that help is most powerful when it doesn't build walls around itself. But you're staying, so thank you. Here's something to keep the light on. Taped to the bottom corner, a $10,000 check. Anonymous. You sit there, mouth half open, hands trembling slightly. You've never held anything so generous, and yet so humble. A quick post about it. Lucky strikes again, you write, along with a photo of the sandwich drawing. And like clockwork, it spirals. Someone finds a video clip of Lucky singing karaoke in a New York alley. Another swears he once officiated a wedding between two strangers in Vegas. He just showed up in a tie made of paper clips. The hashtag Stop Chasing, Start Giving trends for 48 hours straight. People start Lucky drives. Community gift tables popping up in cities from Boston to Brisbane. One guy tattoos the quote on his arm and cries on TikTok for 7 minutes straight. Not even his dog blinks. And you do the one thing you didn't think you could. You start your own project, a small, humble food stand outside the train station back home, all donations based. Sandwiches, fruit, free coffee, a chalkboard with daily quotes. Your favorites are still Lucky's. You name it, the giving stop. The first week is quiet, a few curious commuters. A woman in scrubs grabs a banana and leaves $20 in the jar. A teenager draws a smiley face on the sidewalk. But on day 9, a man in a suit, expensive suit, sits on the curb and says, "I think I need to talk to someone." You sit beside him, no therapist couch, just warm coffee and cool pavement. He tells you about burnout, a divorce he didn't see coming, and how his daughter asked why he never smiles anymore. You don't offer advice, just listen. The way Lucky did, the way he'd want you to. And then it hits you. You're not looking for him anymore, because you are him. Or at least the part that listens, the part that gives, the part that knows presence is a form of love. Authors still debate whether legacy is what you leave behind or what you ignite in others. In Lucky's case, it's both. You don't even know his real name. And maybe that's the point. Years later, someone paints a mural near the court in Cincinnati. It's Lucky, sitting cross-legged with a sandwich in one hand and stars in his eyes. Kids take selfies in front of it. Adults slow down as they pass. There's no plaque, no story, just 3 words under his feet. Start by giving. You keep the napkin. Frame it eventually. Hang it next to the quote board. On days when you feel too small or too late, you read it again. You've got what I gave. Pass it on and never look back. Now slow down with me. Let the world outside your window soften like snow landing on a warm car hood. Let your thoughts untangle, float like dandelion fluff across an empty sky. The journey you took tonight wasn't about a man in coats or a sandwich wrapped in newspaper. It was about how easily the smallest gesture can echo through 1,000 lives. You don't need a title to make an impact. No cape, no grand finale. Just presence, patience, peanut butter maybe. Every quiet act of kindness is like lighting a candle in someone's dark hallway. You may never see the path it lights, but that doesn't make it any less real. So, if tomorrow you hold a door longer, speak more gently, or sit silently beside someone who just needs to not be alone, know that's enough. That's powerful. That's the work. You've got what he gave. Pass it on. Now take a slow breath in and let it out even slower. Let your shoulders fall. Let your eyelids grow heavier. The story's done now, but its echo, soft and kind, is still with you. Sleep well, friend.